All right, so let's go ahead and hop right on in. So I will, I guess I'll just start at the beginning. So I've had the privilege of growing up with both of my parents, and they did their darndest to provide me a life that was better than what they had. And I got to go to private school and, small town USA. And I got to be immersed in things that they didn't get to do, like extracurricular activities like theater arts and fine arts and dance and soccer and cheerleading and drill team and, different things like that. I was supposed to have an older brother or sister. My mother miscarried, and so I, in today's current terms, am my mother and father's rainbow baby. And my parents did a great job, I believe, raising me with the tools that they had. And I'm grateful for all that they provided for me because I did have a very good life growing up. And when I shared with my mother what happened to me at 5 years old on the couch by a cousin in my grandmother's house where he molested me and inappropriately fondled me, I could see the just sunkenness on her and the defeat and disappointment that she had. And of course, I thought, well, she didn't know. She didn't know. And it was something that I held in for so long because, as I said in my last video, the the proper channels weren't set up to say, like, this is what's inappropriate, this is what you should expect, this is what you shouldn't expect for somebody as far as touching your vagina, or and we didn't call vagina then either. It was called something totally different. But any parts of your body, like, it wasn't talked about. So when it happened, I don't recall every single thing that I felt emotionally, every question that was going on through my 5-year-old head, or what my facial expressions were, if I was shocked or cried or what. Like, I don't remember that. I just remember it was uncomfortable and it didn't seem right. And I was taken advantage of as a little girl. My innocence of, somebody laid little baby or little 5-year-old Mia down on the couch to go take a nap, and then here comes this, 14-year-old kid doing something inappropriate to me, and me thinking, this is my grandmother's house. This is a safe space. This couch is not new to me. This is a safe space. What is going on here? This feels not right. This is not comfortable. Nobody's done this to me before. Why, today's terms, why the fuck is this happening? So it's good to talk through that because I haven't talked through that since therapy, which was in my early 20s. So it's been a couple of decades since I've gotten to talk through that out loud versus writing the letter to my parents a couple of years ago. But so yeah, that was the beginning of the journey of things happening to me. And yeah, that was the beginning. And, I have a 3, 4.5, and a 7-year-old. And my 4.5-year-old will be 5 very soon. My 7-year-old has already been 5. And I fervently pray over them during the day, all day, when they're asleep at night, while they're at school, when they come home, when I give them hugs, when I see them, when I first pick them up. And in those times that we connect, I'm saying little prayers over them all the time. to keep them protected, but also to not just pray and expect for it to happen, but to take action and use my power of discernment to say, these little girls need to know more. Because there was no YouTube in 1986. There was no cell phones that the average person had access to on a regular, constant, consistent basis wherever you turn. Computer access, the internet was not what it is today. You know, like the world, and I know every generation says this, but the world was such a different place then, and the world is such a different place now. So I am learning what to do as a mother to protect myself with the full armor of God, and to put that armor and teach my daughters how to wear that armor. And should I have any future children, to teach them how to put on that armor, how to wear it, how to rock it so that we stay protected in our heart of hearts, our mind, our sanity, you know, in our loins, so that we can be strong enough to be available for the David Goliath fight, you know. But yeah, that was the beginning of the journey. Molestation at age 5. And to this day, that person is very much so alive and active in family functions. It's awkward to see them. So I find myself just kind of making eye contact and looking away and going about my business. I also find that there are times when I hug that person all the time, because I also came from a time frame, 80s, 90s babies, and probably before us, where it was like, go on and give so-and-so a hug. Girl, that's your cousin. Give so-and-so a hug. You know. And so now you're being forced into behavior that feels uncomfortable again, you know. And also coming from a time frame and a generation of people that were raised in a stoic manner. And I just heard Anwar White, relationship coach, speak about this, how especially for Black girls that were raised in a certain time frame, we were raised to be very stoic. What the fuck are you feeling for? What do you need to cry about? Like, you know, man the fuck up. What's wrong with you? Oh my gosh, you're so sensitive. You're so sensitive. So I now speak back to that demonic curse and say, so would you rather me be a cold bitch? I mean, you know, what are we saying here? Because I value my sensitivity. I've learned to do that on my own because, number one, what did I say in the last video? I love to research. I love to learn. I love to read. I love to take in information and teach it back to others and give you worth and value. And it has been a great joy of enlightenment and revelation for me to learn that my being sensitive is my motherfucking superpower. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to my mama bear, who pounded that on me and pounded that on me and pounded that on me. You're so sensitive. Oh my gosh, get over it. You're so sensitive. Oh my goodness, you're so sensitive. Because perhaps in the household that she grew up in, there was no room to be sensitive. You better get the fuck over it and move on. I mean, we're talking about being in your 20s and the 60s. We're talking about being in your 10s, tweens, and teens in the 50s as a Black woman in the South of the United States of America. Wasn't the most welcoming time, many years, for Black women, Black men, biracial children and women and men in this country of the United States of America. There's many different decades and eras and years that all compound that have created a very stoic, stern, I'm ready for the battle. I don't have time to be sensitive. You ready to fight? Let's fight, motherfucker. Let's fight. People who procreate and raise up more of what they think is the right way to go because that's what they were taught to do. But I'm here to tell you, my dear friends, there is a better way. A different way. That's what we'll say. There is a different way. So, what I'll be doing is enlightening you with some of the things that I've learned along my journey of healing. And a lot of the revelation is coming right now, and I'm understanding that God's authority was for me to endure a lot of the different things that I've endured so that the testimony would unfold in a way that made complete sense. So stay tuned. I'll be making more videos to share with you.